Hey everyone. Okay, so the last that I tried to log into Second Life, I did it with the Dice's Plays avatar. And since I just created her last week, she's still a little young to go to some sims, some locations. So I'm going to log in this time with Casey Carling, who was my very first avatar way back when I started this. And she's allowed to go anywhere. So when you're logging in, this is what you'll see. You're gonna appear at your last log out location, or at the login window. You can choose to log into your home if you have one. So I want to bring you to Newbie Island. And see if there is a landmark for this. Newbie Island is Newbie Help Group, Newbie, see if we can find it. Help Island. When you first create your username and log in for the first time, you arrive. Okay, let me get away from this guy. You can see he's just going to start chatting it up any second. You arrive to some place called Newbie Island. Newbie Island will tell you how to use the arrows on your keyboard, up, right, down, and straight, to move around. How you can use the up arrow along with the left and right arrows to kind of turn smoothly, as you can see that I'm doing here. And it walks you through a couple of steps. It tells you about pressing E, which makes you fly, up, C, which brings you down slowly, and then when you move the arrows around, let's say if I wanted to go forward and just kind of dive down a little bit, you'd hit C, and then E to go back up. So Newbie Island kind of shows you and walks you through all of this. Shows you how to tweak your appearance. Now I'll hit C on the keyboard and land. It walks you through all of these things. So I believe it also shows you the camera settings. So now if right now I want to look up and over this roof, this is going to do the entire up, down, left, and right, and pan back and forth like this. You see? Now where'd she go? Now if I wanted to just pan like this all around her, see? That's how it's done. That's the camera controls and the center button here. Now if you want to view as she is, you'd stay here. If you wanted to view the front of her like this for photo shots, to see how a new outfit looks, that type of thing, you do the front view. You could do the side view like this, and then kind of pan back and forth this way. These are all the views that you can see. So if you're speaking to somebody and you want to look them in the face instead of actually be this far back, you'd use a side view like this. And that's what these are about. If you come over here, under me, this is all about yourself, your profile. You'd like to create this as soon as possible. So when other avatars click on you, they can see the about you. Very similar to any social media. I just put in to friend my new Abby Dice's Plays because Casey Carling has a Second Life birth date of 2007. So I'm only logging in with her to show that I am definitely a seasoned uh, um, veteran of Second Life. I believe that Dice's Plays is maybe about 6 days old now. When you first log in, you have almost as being 18 or 21 to get into certain nightclubs in RL or real life. Some of them have an age limit of 45 days before you can even enter their world because they don't want newbies coming in. So that's why I have logged in today as Casey Carling, because she can go anywhere. You have pictures. If you have pictures of your hangouts or that type of thing, you can put them here. If you want to put RL or a real life picture of yourself so that you know who you're talking to. Some people opt to do that. Some do not. That's completely your choice. Groups, interests and everything. Casey Carling had an island called Atlantis Dream. It had a club. It had a number of things. It is no longer in existence, so I have to update all of this. And actually, a lot of these things I have not visited, in all honesty, in quite some time. So, new clubs, stores, locations, events, cities, and everything, they go up and come down just as often as new people log into Second Life, because they're ever changing. Real life happens, and they just have to tear everything down. Let's see though. Fountain Fantasy. View group. I'll have to visit a couple of these. Anyway, so you can take a picture, you can edit the profile here. All of your friends are here, people that you're following, people that are following you. Okay. And then if you have a best friend, partner, significant other, or people that you've just met in Second Life that you have befriended and you now want to give them certain rights, you would go into the settings, into permissions, and then you can choose if they can see your online status, if they can see where you are on the map. This way they can just appear next to you when they log in. Sometimes that's fun. Sometimes it's a little irritating. You want to be a little mysterious and not know where anybody is, or not let anyone know where you are. And then here, edit, delete, and take my objects. Like this, for instance, I have it checked for Dice's Plays, and vice versa. She has it checked for me. This way she can edit, delete, and take any objects that I have in my inventory. This is an inbox, so if you are offline and somebody wants to send you a message or a notification, as soon as you log in, you'll get that. Now, this person was sending me messages yesterday. Apparently, he's persistent, so now he's following me. Okay, has been following me for a year ago. But I got another message from him recently. Settings here. And this, you can go through everything. Display name, as you can see right now, it says Casey Carling. You can change this display name to anything you like. Then make sure that you hit save. You can have a little biography, your interests, a home page if you have a website or that type of thing, a partner. You can marry in Second Life. This is where you would have your whole biography, interests, homepage, partner, a real world picture, again, if that interests you, and then a biography about your real world self, if that's something that you want to share. If not, you can stay a little mysterious or anonymous. And that's the profile. Here is the inventory that I was speaking of. If you go to a Freebie store, there's Freebie Islands, Freebie stores. I'll bring you over to one now that I was at last night that has a ton of things, so that you don't have to purchase Linden dollars, which can start to get costly. They have clothing, they have jewelry, they have furniture, buildings. Let's go to a landmark that I think I went to yesterday. Go into search, type in Freebie store and just hit search, similar to how you would in Google. Here's the Help Island Freebie store. Let's just go see what that's about real quick so you can get an idea. Help Island is one of the 6 islands that you're going to arrive to when you sign up for Second Life. And you can see in here. Now you can see in here, based on the pictures being shown, what an actual newbie avatar looks like in comparison to what Casey looks like. You see, very hard features, very pixelated hair. You see textures. This is if you want to change your walls, floor, anything like that. This is very, very basic as far as your Help Island and the very first Freebie store. Let's find the one that I went to last night, which is, you'll see, much different, very intense. Okay. This is what most of the Freebie stores in Second Life look like. You've got clothing galore, you've got hair, you've got everything from fishing rods to the second level. You can be a vampire if you like. Depending on your avatar, you've got men's clothing, you've got women's clothing, you have wings if you want to be a little gothic or animated or vampire, etc. You have poses. There isn't much that you can't do in Second Life, so the poses, like for instance, if you click the rear view here, you can see Casey stands with her hand on her hip. When she walks, she kind of has a swing in her step. You don't get this immediately from logging on to Second Life. You're very computerized. So you go into one of these stores, you choose either one of these here that I have on the side here, which is called an AO, and it's an animator. You wear it, which means right-clicking on here, and you either, here you can take off and add from your inventory. You would wear this all the time, and this is why it's on the side here, which allows you to sit anywhere, stand anywhere, dance, have a sexy walk, That is something that I suggest that you get right away. If you want to change your look, you go to a Freebie store or any store, go into the search shapes. Shapes will give you your body style, and then skin will give you your look. Do you want dark eyes, exotic looking eyes, darker skin, lighter skin, paler skin, bright red lips, natural look, blonde hair, brown hair, you name it. As you can see here, these are skins, 2 different looks. Same over here. They have an enormous selection of stores for this in Second Life. Then you can go for hairstyles, etc. There are so many stores in Second Life that you can go and purchase things from, but there are also really good quality freebie stores. So now in front of me, these boxes, they have furniture. Grab some furniture, lamps, home furnishings. You'd probably have t-shirts, gadgets. Gadgets, you'll probably get TVs, stereos, that type of thing. Trampoline is always fun if you have a yard and you want to throw it out there. Decorations. Just fill your inventory so that you have more than enough things if needed. There is a free membership with Second Life. No purchase required whatsoever. And then there's also a premium membership. Now that I've learned, this was not the case when I first started years ago. Now you can, I just have to see what this guy is doing over here, excuse me. Okay, your guess is as good as mine. He's riding a rainbow, I guess would be safe to say. I don't know. So back to the membership. I believe it's $5 a month, $11 for 3 months, something like that. And what you get is every Tuesday up here in the Linden Dollars, they give you 300 Linden Dollars weekly. That refreshes on Tuesdays. After 45 days, they give you a one-time 1,000 Linden Dollars, and they also give you a home, which you can choose your style if you want, almost like a treehouse type style, Japanese Asian style, or like a Lake Tahoe type triangular looking ski loft style. I opted for the Japanese style for Dices, which you'll see in another video. This is cute. Let's just show you. So you go on here, you'd right click, and go to buy. Now when this opens up, you'll see, even though you're buying it for $0, so it is free. And now it says over here that you paid $0 for that, okay, and you'll see it. Recent, you'll see it here. Okay, and then I like this as well. Right click, buy. If you were ready right now and in a rush or something, you could check this, wear clothing now. It'll strip you down and throw this on you right here in the store. If not, and it's for another time, you just hit that, okay. This is the second time in 24 hours that Second Life has done this. I don't know if I'm buying too much stuff or I've been logging in quite a bit, but it just throws me back here for some reason. But anyway, that's the freebie store. And the next time that I log in, I will log in as Dices. I'll show you around her house how to manipulate and move furniture, move it, tilt, all that type of thing. Even objects that you're wearing, let's say you're wearing a necklace, how to click on the necklace and make it look like it actually fits you, and all of those type of little additional tips that you might be using. And that's it for the first one. I will be doing videos back and forth between Casey Carling and Dice's Plays for the next few weeks until Dice's has hit her maturity of 45 days. And until then, you'll be meeting both of them. So if you do sign up for Second Life, please friend Casey Carling and Dice's Plays. Dice's is just the one word. Like, I will show you. Here she is, right here. Just like that, one word, no first and last name. You would search her exactly like this, friend her, as well as myself, and whenever you're logged on, be sure to contact me, throw me a little IM, and if I can help you out in Second Life, I'd be happy to.